So I just really wanted to say to any perimenopausal women at the moment who are struggling with symptoms that your body, despite how it might feel at the moment, is amazing and your body is on your side. And I think it's really easy for us to lose trust in the wisdom of our own bodies when it feels like everything's going wrong and we're experiencing all these different symptoms. And it's hard to change that round to a way of trusting in our bodies. But I do believe that these symptoms are there for us. And they're there to help us, and they're there to show us where we might be out of balance. And it's actually a really difficult time for people to be going through perimenopause now, because in our, the way we're living our lives has become so disconnected from the earth. We've become disconnected from natural cycles. The food we eat is now so far removed from food in its natural state. And it's really hard for us to change these things because of the world that we are living in. But because it's so much needed, the change is so much needed in the world, perhaps it is being called out through us and through our symptoms. So to make us aware of the need to make these changes. And we can, if we choose to, we can listen. And it might seem overwhelming in the world we live in now to return back to nature and how we're naturally designed to live, because that's really far removed. I know we've lived in a life where we're sort of living, we've got families, jobs, responsibilities, but there are lots of little changes that we can make to start reconnecting back to nature and the natural cycles of life, living a more natural lifestyle. And I think also one of the first ways we can do that is to remember and trust in our bodies, because as these symptoms are causing us to have less trust in our bodies, that's adding to the disconnection as well. So maybe just a simple thing to do to begin with is just to try and change that view, remembering that our bodies are amazing, they're full of wisdom, and we can start to make the commitment to listen to these symptoms, and then we can start making small changes towards our lifestyle, moving towards a more natural way of living, getting back in touch with eating food as close to its natural state as possible, living with the natural cycles of life and the natural rhythms of life. And there's lots of simple ways that we can do this that don't need to be too drastic, but that can really, really make a difference to what we're experiencing. So I'm going to be doing a masterclass just talking about some simple ways that we can start to return to natural ways of living that can fit easily into our daily lives, that can really help us to tune in, reconnect back to our bodies, learn to trust the wisdom of our bodies at this time of life, and as a result we can start to improve our symptoms of perimenopause.